Hi, my name is Emily Shoemaker, and this is my advertising plan for Frank's Coffee. There are a lack of people on campus and a lack of people out period due to COVID. Not only that, but there are 2 Starbucks within walking distance of campus. What you have managed to accomplish so far is to tailor the coffee serving experience to the home with coffee, delivery, and pastries, bags of your fabulous roasts, and an at-home coffee set which makes it more than just getting coffee. It brings back some of the experience. To get business back to this local treasure, there needs to be a better advertising and a better understanding of the target audience. So here's my objective. I aim to reach an average of 230 Auraria campus customers per day at Frank's Coffee by the end of the first year of my advertising plan. According to a study put on by Business Insider, the average Starbucks reaches roughly 500 customers per day. This was applicable to Auraria campus. I also took into consideration that there are no parking lots, free to the public, no drive-through, and no large-scale name recognition. Frank's Coffee will only be commonly frequented by people who have business on Auraria campus or know about it from an outside source. The number 230 appropriately considers these limitations. The target audience is going to be students, specifically the 38,000 students that are on Auraria campus. Those students are either millennials or Gen Z for the most part. Gen Z is anyone that is between the ages of 8 and 23 in 2020. Creative strategy and advertising suggests that ads aim to attract younger audiences because they are more influential and younger people are more likely to try something new than older generations, which tend to be more set in their ways. Aware Annies, knowing Nellies, or the conscious Connies. These are people that care about social and environmental issues. They take coronavirus seriously and will cancel your business if they find out your labor comes from unethical sources. A lot of my research came from the book Generation Z Goes to College by Corey C. Miller and Megan Grace. It is a recent study on the passions and drives of the excited Gen Z that attend college. These people are powerful and passionate and care about inciting change. So here's my big idea: giving back with every cup. As I mentioned several times in my official report, it is important to support local businesses because they support local economies. Taking action in small, manageable ways and catering to a group who knows generational trauma is a very specific and difficult challenge. The world is a scary place, and most advertisers ignore these issues by pushing straight positivity. By offering both solutions and positivity in your advertising, Frank's Coffee can make Gen Z students feel more secure and excited about the future. The tone is passion and an invitation to take action, starting with a cup of coffee. Additionally, I have rebranded your marketing to be eco and COVID friendly. This looks like ethically sourced paper advertisements and a reliance on online communication. The coffee experience is more tailored to the individual due to COVID requirements. This is something that you've done exceptionally well. There are several options for community engagement. It is free to have a story published through school newspapers and would likely be popular because it serves students. Newspaper also have socials that will reach a larger audience. Social media content. Let's talk about Target. Target is a successful online brand because they engage with their patrons. Nice photos tagged with @Target are featured on Target's Instagram. Frank should try this. I would also recommend a social media schedule for Twitter and Instagram as they are the most used by Gen Z. Simple flyers should be placed in and around student-serving buildings where classes are still being held. To properly cover the campus and leave a few free for students to take, there should be around 1,000 printed 8.5 by 11s of Frank's Coffee's posters. I would also suggest paying for engagement with online ads. I will go over pricing in a moment. Next, I want to talk about audio ads. According to a recent study, radio ads can commonly cost between $200 to $5,000. I landed on the high end due to a lack of understanding of the industry. People are reliant on news sources like Colorado Public Radio. Radio news is making a comeback with the emergence of podcasts. If Frank's Coffee can make it into the local radio news source, they might be able to reach a larger population. This is also a very COVID-friendly option. In another survey, 49% of Gen Z testified that they listen to their news through materials like podcasts. You'll notice I am just below your budget of $10,000. This, of course, will fluctuate depending on your version of the audio as the client. You'll notice that I edited the logo from the right-hand side to the new left-hand side, which is much more bold. The bottom right looked more like a napkin, which is fine for napkins, but not so good for an ad. So here's the flyer that I envisioned to hang around campus. It can be online as well. I think we should print through enviofriendlyprinting.com. All of their flyers are wind power printed. They utilize carbon neutral ink and plant-based biomasses, and flyers are printed on 100% recycled paper. This is so we stick with the green rebranding. This is a possible audio script that we have previously discussed. Depending on the outlet, this could change, but I think it's a really solid start. Here's a possible news source mock-up. Again, this can be shared on social media and might reach a more diverse audience. Here are some possible social media examples. So, as I mentioned earlier with Target, the image on the left shows that you can tag Frank's Coffee, show that you're on Auraria campus, and get free content and free community engagement just by interacting with others online. And then on the right-hand side, you can see Buffer. Buffer connects you with Twitter and lets you post months in advance so you can stick to a media schedule. I just want to thank you for your time, and of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope to hear from you soon. Have an excellent evening.